Are we alone?
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain.
The truth is that we've never proved one, but there are things flying around up there that we haven't fully identified yet.
Well, sure. We have lots of reports about what we call unidentified aerial phenomenon. But there are instances where we don't have good explanations for some of the things that we've seen.
I mean, I think the bottom line is that we don't understand everything that we're seeing, and that's probably not surprising to anybody in many respects.
Navy pilots, and they are sure that they saw something real. And of course, we've seen their video from their jets. What is it? We don't know.
I'm going off what our military men and their radars and their eyesight is telling them. And there's multiple highly trained, highly competent people. There's stuff flying in our airspace. We don't know what it is. We need to find out.
But anytime you have legitimate pilots describing something that doesn't seem to conform to the laws of physics that govern aviation and is in U.S. airspace, I think it's something we need to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. No one does, to my knowledge, at this time.
We have things flying over our military bases and places where we're conducting military exercises, and we don't know what it is, and it isn't ours. I've seen reports on this now for the better part of a decade. Other countries have had similar reports, and so, but for our perspective is, there is someone flying in the airspace that no one else is allowed to fly in, and we don't know who it is, and it isn't something we have.
But what is curious is that many of these sightings have occurred around many of our military assets, our naval bases, our military installations. And there have been nearly 150 sightings. 80 of those sightings have been detected with some of the best technology the world has ever seen.
But what's more important, Trey, is that the number of sightings and recordings that have been picked up by what we call multiple sensors, that is visual, radar, ISR, satellite. And when you have multiple sensors under conditions where we see UAPs, it explains away a lot of the things like visual disturbances or things like that.
And, we can't rule out something that's otherworldly, but that's a very small percentage. People want members of the government to say it's extraterrestrial.
Is there something else that we simply do not understand that might come extraterrestrially?
The bottom line is, we want to know.
I just want to know what it is.
The American public wants to know, and frankly, we deserve to know.